Real estate agents, do you think the big box brick and mortar broker model is dead? I think so, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why. All right, so the traditional big box brick and mortar brokerage model has been around for decades, probably even a century, right? We all know what it is. It's those big household brokerage names that have been around for a long time. They have brick and mortar offices, where agents come in. Some of these have 100, 200, 300, 400 agents per office. And, that model's been around for a while, right? I think it's on its last legs. Now, I know in the last decade, we've seen a new type of big box brick and mortar model out there. This company pretends to be a technology company, but in reality, they still fit the mold of being a big box name, having brick and mortar. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why I think this model is dead or near dead. All right, number 1, the model is very expensive to run. It is costly to have these big, huge offices, right? You got to have leases. You got to have office managers. You got to have a broker at each location, right? So there's a ton of expenses associated with the brick and mortar model. Number 2, we have moved to a virtual and remote world. Many client meetings now, and especially in the last 2 years, don't ever take place in an office. A lot of times you're meeting your clients for the first time as a real estate agent on Zoom. This has been going on for more than 2-3 years. It's started before the pandemic, but the pandemic greatly accelerated that. Now I realize some people will go back to meeting in person, but a large percentage of people that switch from in-person meetings to virtual to remote to Zoom, a large percentage of them aren't going back, or they're not going to go back as frequently. So we've moved to a virtual world, which I think eliminates much of the need for these expensive brick and mortar models to operate in, right? Number 3, the tools that agents use are now a commodity, right? There are tons of CRM programs out there that any agent can get. You don't have to be at a certain brokerage, at a certain, national branded brokerage to get the right CRM. Same with lead gen systems, same with admin systems. The tools to run a real estate business as an agent, as a team, they've been commoditized. No brokerage has monopoly on it. Anyone can do this. The real estate agent business tools are now a commodity. The number 4 reason why I think the big box brick and mortar brokerage model is dead is because branding and lead generation are no longer at the broker level. I think it would be very difficult for a lot of agents to remember the last time they were assigned a lead that called up the brokerage and said, I'm looking to be assigned an agent, right? The branding, the lead gen is not at the broker level. Brokers aren't typically generating leads. National brands typically aren't generating leads. Many of the ones that do, have some relocation type leads out there that come with costly referral fees, right? So they're expensive. Even the rare cases where brokers maybe are plugged into a network generating leads, you just don't see leads and branding being driven at the broker level. This has moved down primarily to the team level and in some cases really productive solo agents. The 5th reason why I think the big box brick and mortar brokerage model is dead is because growth is not profitable in these models. The leading brick and mortar traditional brokerages, for the most part, simply are not profitable. The ones that have grown quickly in the last 10 years have done so in a method that is highly unprofitable. They're paying too much to acquire, too much for agents, and they're operating in the low single-digit margins on profitability, or in many cases, they are negative. They're actually losing money. They're losing money for growth and on a path where they really don't have a foreseeable, at this time anyway, path to profitability. So I think for all of these reasons, the big box brick and mortar traditional brokerage model is dead or near dead. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or why. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button.